Hello. All right, I think this is working. Let me just check if I do my channel. Yep, I am live. Perfect. Hello, I'm Kai. Um, this is my first time doing a speedrun like this. I'm currently a student on Team 2200 BCR Blackout, although this is just me going on my own. To design a robot because I like designing robots. Without further ado, I'm going to rewatch the game animation and the WCP competitive concept, and I guess I'll also watch the Everybot that just came out the other day. I don't have that open though. Okay, I've posted on Chief Delphi that I'm live and going to be doing this, so hopefully some people stop by. Without further ado, I will be pausing it as I explain my ideas too.
Welcome to the 2025 First Robotics Competition game, Reefscape, presented by Haas. Two alliances of 3 teams each compete to earn points by harvesting algae.
Oh, for the barge, like, as many people have already realized, there's no point in throwing algae into the barge. That's just something I've noticed through Chief Delphi and through my own team experience. It's just going to be too unreliable to shoot it up. I still think we'll see bots that place it into the barge. It's a lot of time for, granted it's a fair amount of points, it's just a lot of time that you could be scoring coral.
To earn points by harvesting algae, seeding coral on their reef, and returning to their barge to ascend to the...
One thing I would like to really fit in this robot is a deep climb. I don't know how doable it is, but it would certainly be a good learning experience to manage what I can actually do.
The ocean's surface. Alliances earn additional rewards for meeting specific scoring thresholds and for cooperating with their opponents. Prior to the start of the match, teams can choose to hang a shallow cage or a deep cage on their barge. Robots start each match at their starting line and may be preloaded with 1 coral. During the first 15 seconds of the match, robots are autonomous and can be programmed to leave the starting line, remove algae from their reef, and place coral on their reef.
So another thing about my robot is I've got 2 ideas for how I want to score coral. Okay? So my main idea is like just a simple like 2-stage elevator that can extend up a bit higher with an arm that scores on the top part of the reef. I also have another idea, which, if I can do it, would be really cool, but I don't know how the rigidity would be. So I was thinking, what if I do a 4-stage elevator with 1x1 tubing? I don't know how this would work. Maybe it's a terrible idea. If it is, tell me. But I think it could be really beneficial because I could keep quite a low center of gravity, and it might make climbing a lot easier, especially on the deep cage. As the deep cage, if I remember correctly, is only 3.5 inches off the ground, so it's a tricky one. I'll also be doing if I go with that idea, I'll also be doing a funnel to retrieve coral, pick it up, and then extend upwards with the elevator.
If all enabled robots on an alliance leave the starting line and score at least 1 coral in auto, the alliance earns the auto ranking point. During the following 2 minutes and 15 seconds of the match, drivers control their robot. Robots can place algae in their net and collect coral from human players at their coral station to place on their reef. Coral placed higher on the reef are worth more points. If an alliance can score enough coral on all 4 levels, they will earn an additional ranking point.
The ranking point, Again, it would be good to have pretty fast cycles to get that ranking point, though you'll see later on it might be worthwhile to also have an algae manipulator, either part of the same mechanism or a separate thing to remove algae from the reef, score it to lower the ranking point threshold.
Robots can also deliver
Here
algae
it is.
to their processor. Once processed, the algae can be taken by the opposing human.
One thing to note here is I paused it right when they said it, but this was a little unclear to me at first, but your human player isn't on your side, it's on the opposite side. So when you score algae into your processor, which is what they just showed, it gives it to the opposing team for the opportunity to throw it into the barge, the upper part. The good thing is, even if you score a processor point and they make it into the barge, you still have a net 2 points that you gain, with the possibility of 6 points. To explain that, it just means that to score in the processor, it's 6 points, but then the human player can throw it into the barge for them to gain 4 points. So it's kind of a trade-off.
Human player and scored into the net. When 2 algae are delivered to each processor, both alliances earn a co-op point. The co-op point reduces the number of coral needed on the reef to earn the ranking.
This is what I was mentioning before, where it makes it a lot easier to get ranking points if you can score that 2 algae.
Point and influences a team's rank in the tournament. As time runs out, robots race back to their barge to hang on their cage and ascend to the ocean surface. Points are awarded to robots that can hang on a shallow cage, and even more points are awarded to robots that can hang on a deep cage. An alliance that scores enough barge points will earn the barge ranking point. The alliance
The thing about the barge ranking point
that scores
is
enough barge points will earn the
barge ranking point is 14 points in endgame. So deep climb is really good to have, because if you can deep climb, you're pretty much guaranteed a ranking point every match unless something catastrophic goes wrong. So, because deep climb gives you 12 points and just a park gives you 2, meaning if you have like just a chassis bot and a bot that can deep climb, you've automatically got a ranking point for endgame, which is really good. Granted, having a chassis bot on your team isn't the best idea, especially after alliance selection, but you win some, you lose some. The thing about Shadow Climb is that it is only 6 points, so it's half the score towards that ranking point. So you would need 2 people shadow climbing and another person parking.
barge ranking point. The alliance that earns the most points overall wins the match.
Alright, that was the game. I've explained my initial idea, so I really want to make a 4-stage elevator with 1x1 tubing, because I think that would be really fun, or at least a challenge to package all that and like make it rigid enough to be usable in competition. So next thing we're going to watch is the WCP 2025 competitive concept. This is a bot that West Coast Products put together, one of the FRC suppliers. And without further ado, let's just watch this and see what I can gather from how they assembled their bot and how I want to do mine. One thing I would like to note is what they're doing is 2 stages in a carriage, which definitely works, but this bot would likely have a really high center of gravity, meaning it's a bit more tippy, and the elevator probably can't accelerate as quickly. One more thing I would like to mention is, see how they have the funnel there? They have a limit to how fast they can cycle, not by their drivetrain or anything, but because when they feed the coral, they have to wait at the human player until the elevator is in its rest position. So right here, you can see the coral manipulator. This has to be in this position before they can drop the coral, because if they don't, then the coral is just going to spit right out the other side of the robot. That's what I believe, at least from. I haven't taken a look at their CAD yet, but I probably will at some point in the future. Yeah, see how their coral kind of spun around a bit here? Rewind. Yeah, I'm not sure why it did that. Maybe it just caught the wheel at a weird angle, but that's something to consider, because that could have easily deflected and gone straight out the other side above the manipulator. I'm really impressed that they actually managed to do the barge with a 2-stage and a carriage. And of course, shallow climb. Not a deep climb, but still very impressive.
Why can't you stay organized? I've experienced this myself, and it's called.
Alright, so that was the WCP competitive concept. Next, we're going to be looking at the 2025 EveryBot. This is the last thing next we're going to look at Engineers Robot in 3 Days. This is a bot that I really like. Hopefully they have the review video on here. Yep, here it is. This is a really cool robot. I'm like, if I was to like build a robot in 3 days, like take one of their designs and build it, this is the robot I would choose. One thing I would like to note is I'm not one. Let me rephrase that. One thing I would like to note is I like that they have that ground intake, because I feel like it would be more beneficial to go just drive into the wall, pick up the coral, drive away, and then worry about messing with your elevator. Because even if you have something that like feeds into a hopper and then picks up the coral, you still have to wait that slight amount of time where the coral is in free fall and then it falls into your funnel. You have to wait like another second on top of that just to get it rest in position so you don't shuffle it around when you're moving and get it lodged in a place you don't want it. So the good thing about this design is they have this intake here with their manipulator that flips around and pits it out from the bottom, which you'll see in a second. So they can just get the human player to drop the coral on the field, drive straight into it, and intake it, and drive away. And then they can worry about their elevator adjusting and picking it up and everything. Yeah, I love the way they pick up coral. It's a really cool design. The only thing I'm not a fan of with this intake design is the way they have to put it onto the thing, then kind of go down and inject it. I feel like it would be faster to kind of shoot the coral downwards onto the post, then you can drive away sooner. Just one thing I've thought. Such a cool way, like, to program the elevator to pick it up. I really like it. Well, they also have a really cool end effector that I want to show you. It's so it just replaces their old end effector, and yeah, surgical tubing instead of springs. It's probably lighter.
Allow for proper expansion with proper compression of the algae as well as the coral. The final kicker of our new design is, in fact, a center kicker to kick.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was worried about, the not having that center kicker to shoot it down, and seems like they've fixed it on this design.
Kick out the coral when scoring rather than forcing us to slam down to outtake it. Now we're going to show a demonstration of the coral. And then to score it on the kicker, just like that. Now for the algae.
Yeah, having that kicker will 100% reduce their cycle time.
Blown up to approximate size is how we take it.
And they have a really strong grip on the algae, it seems. Alright. We're not going to worry about watching the everybot. So without further ado, I'm going to create a master sketch and start like plotting out what I want everything to be. Okay. If I see elevator plots, this is something I'm going to need to decide on. What elevator plots do I use or modify to use? One thing I was looking at was something like this, where it clamps on either side of the tube. Because then I don't have to create anything custom, like create a new CAD. See, they show it even working on 1x1 tubing here. It just clamps around the outside. That might not be the exact same one, but it shows the proof of concept. Yeah, there's obviously not a whole lot. Oh, no, Andy Mark has something for 1x1 tubing. I lied. But generally, most elevator plots for FRC are made for those 2x1, like 16th or 8th wall tubing. I definitely think 1x1 tubing is the way to go with the amount of stages I want, because on my own team, recently we had issues with weight and our elevator being really, really heavy. So I think this could lighten it up by using like 16th wall, 1x1. Then I might not encounter as many weight issues. Yeah, so I think I'll definitely go with something like this. Let me see. Where is this from? No, I don't want that one. I want these Crossroad Electronics. Or there's this one. Um, let's just go to their site and see if they have those with the public CAD. Mechanical? No. Hardware, maybe? No. Where is it? Trencher? No. Where do I find this? Might have to go with this one. Oh, it's Rev that sells it. Alright. It was just Chief Delphi post talking about a different thing where they happened to post it. Okay. Elevator bearing blocks. I need to find the CAD. Here we go. Two-pack, clamping elevator bearing block or elevator bearing block. What's the difference? Clamping? No, I want. Oh. I'm not sure. I don't think that's what I want. I want the clamping elevator bearing block. Two-pack step file. There we go. Now I can go to my inventor. It's already been 20 minutes. I gotta hurry up. Slacking. Ignore the fact that I'm using my FRC team's, what's it called? Project file for Inventor in Dropbox. It's just all the templates are so nice. Sorry, Jake. Okay. That's a lot of parts. Let's take a look. Change this to high quality. Alright. This works, yeah, I can work with this. I'm guessing this has the option to either maybe bolt through with a nut to the side of the tube or bolt all the way through. All the way through is probably better. I think that's how they did it on the website. Yeah, it clamps onto the sides. Yeah, it's gotta be there. It goes straight through. So I'm gonna. Where's the weight for this? Clamping 33 grams. So I do want to actually make this robot legal. So oh wait, first I need to simplify this. Breaklink. Save this in the CAD library. I'll just save it here. Should work. Oh, that did nothing. Just gonna set this to glossy black. Yeah, that works. I need to save this because I have the simplify. Alright, let's start planning the elevator. So we need 1x1 tubing, 1 inch. No, I'll do a mirror. Should work. I'll just focus on one side for now, actually. A little indecisive. So if I do 4 stages, highest is 72. 72 divided by 4 is 18. So if I do 20-inch stages, that should give me more than enough room to reach the top of there, maybe even the barge, which I don't think I need to do, but might be a cool thing to do. So I'm gonna copy and paste this 4 times. There we go. And these bearing blocks, third drawing for them. Here we go. No, I don't need a drawing. What am I looking for? Here we go. So if I want here to here, center distance, delta, it's 0.2, so it's 4, plus, so 1/2 inch across. And I'm guessing this just is in line, so I need a 1/2 inch spacing. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. It's mounting to the side, so it has to be a decent bit. I was thinking of the WCP or SCS ones that mount to the top, like through it. Alright, now I can set. Do I want continuous or cascade? Cascade might be a bit easier to design because I'm not too familiar with continuous. So yeah, I'll just leave it as cascade. But for this demo, I'll do continuous just so I can simulate it. Right now, I do twin dimension here to here. Except, okay, perfect. And my maximum extension is going to be over 72 inches. Probably closer to, let's just set this to, say 1 inch. That's our limit. 77, that's plenty. That's like on the extreme side, so. Now I can just create a line here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Mirror this. outside of these lines should be 30 inches. What does that leave me on top? That leaves me 19. That's more than I need, so I set that to driven. That to not driven. Say 10 inches. 21. I think that works. Just gonna do a sneaky sneak. Check what this. No, 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 no. Oh, that's what I need. I'm just gonna measure this distance. 13 and a half. Goes that? 13 and a half plus 2 is 14 and a half. I can probably fit my entire thing with an 8. It's 19. Yeah, I can just do some standoffs. Let's be generous with 9 and call it a day. No, finish. Good. Turn off dimensions. And there's my elevator. 4 stages. All the way up to there. This is gonna look really clean when the CAD is done. Alright. Now I can save that. Now I need to make a sketch for our manipulator. So I have to decide if I want something that goes through the center of here or across the side or over. I remember seeing something on Chief Delphi. I can try and find it. Trash CAD. Here we go. This is what I was thinking of. So it's got one side for algae, one side for coral. The whole thing can spin around and pick up whatever it needs. There is teams, including mine, who are using the same 2 rollers for picking up algae and coral, but I think it might be better for sustainability of the algae and reliability to have separate, like, more spaced rollers for picking up algae, which shouldn't be too much of a weight loss or weight gain. I think I can make it work. I'll just use about this here. Yeah, see, it's got the, no, not that one. No, maybe that was right. Yep. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of. So it's got smaller rollers on the front. I think it has sushi rollers across here or something similar. Like a roller, roller, roller. So 3 sets, 6 sets, because there's 2 on each. But I think it'll work. Ah, I keep mislooking Visual Studio Code. It's annoying. I'm doing a orange roller. Now line. Oh. Line between the two. Make that vertical and construction. And I can do 2-inch roller dots, kind of that construction. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe it's definitely not to scale yet. Probably be more like this, with these farther apart from each other. This distance, let's say 3, so it's total is 4.5. Let's try 4 just to start. This 3 inches away, no, 4 inches. This to this, 3. Yeah, that'll work. And then if I add 16-inch ball, tangent that, tangent that. Here, here, for that to be 1 inch. It's a bit more than I want. 2 inches. This is gonna deform, so I can probably do 3. Yeah, I do 3-inch wheels. Set to 2. No. 4-inch with 2.5. Also trial and error. This is gonna be 3. So that's my rough idea for all the spacing and everything, how it's gonna look. Then I'll have belts going from here, like between these. No, what do I want to do? I'll do a belt here, no, here across. And on the other side, belt to here, no. Might have to do behind, in front, behind, in front. Then connect the motor to one of these, like running to here. I'm just trying to think how to package this well. Oh! I might be able to fit small pulleys inside the center, because that might even help the coral. When it squishes, it'll ride along the belt. We'll see. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so I need WCP belt calculator. So I'm gonna do 24 is 0.9. Yeah, 24 pulleys. Side center is 4 inches. Or actually, I'm gonna make my actual part first. Save this as then do a new part and pretty much just remake that, or I can just save as. 2000 and a vector. Yeah. Now save this as 2000-00-01. Yeah. So now what I can do is delete that, set that to 10. Anything else I need? This my center distance for this belt and this belt. So use 24 on all 4 of these. And then I want these to run slightly slower. So I have bigger belt on there. That's gonna reduce the speed. Oh, I need gears in here somewhere. Ooh, or 2 motors. Gears is probably better. I guess I want to run 2 Neo 550s. That still doesn't weigh as that much less than a that's 44, if not more. Smaller though. I think it's smaller. I have no idea. I haven't actually seen it as 44 in person yet because they're all in Asia, so I think I'm going to use that's 44s so I don't have to worry about motor controller mounting and everything. Like, just mount the motors, mount some energy chain, and call it a day. But I do need to figure out the gears. I might do 3 plastic gears along the side here, or even 2. That might make a pretty big. No, I can fit 2 plastic gears. That's just gonna be equal. Let's get that bit along the side, which shouldn't interfere with too much, except for when I want to mount this. This is stumping me. How do I do this? I need this side and this side to rotate in opposite directions. I might just do 2 motors. It might be the simpler option. So I don't see a way I can get gears. Because the way this one does, it has a sprocket in the middle. I'll use a pulley or gear, but this is in the middle and it rotates around there. Now, if I wanted to put a gear here and here, touching in the middle, how do I mount my sprocket or pulley or gear or whatever? I might have to do 2 44s. Yeah, that might be the better option. Okay. X44 is a 3/4 hub with a 1 3/8 bolt pattern. Don't ask why I know that off heart. Or 1 3/8. Sorry. Spoke. I'm gonna set all of these to construction now, because they are. Just using the offset command so I don't have to figure out the point. Kraken mounting. Not gonna worry about the bolt pattern yet. Like in the sketch, I'll do that with a whole command. This is just my extrusion, so I want this to be Let's see what 4 inches looks like. Or 4-inch desired. That's not too bad. Wonder if I could get it so there's 2 pulleys going up there. Or what I can do is I can put the crack in right here between the 2. I like that. Yeah. I can keep the weight more central, which probably doesn't matter, but we can pretend it does. So I need desired center 1.8 and desired center 3 and 2 maybe. Yeah, 3 and 2 works. So I need 3-inch 24. No. Yeah, 16 to 24. Desired center 3 inches. 2.9 for 9. And then desired center 2 inches. 2.061. So almost dead on. Yep, and then I can mirror this, mirror this. There we go. So now I get to do the fun part. Right? Can I just do a triangular belt? Because that'll still get me at least 90 degrees. Make this a bit longer. I can definitely do a triangle. I'd set my desired to like 3.5. 3.36. And now I can do a belt that wraps around here. Yeah, wraps around here, goes down, over. Oh, but then I have to calculate all that. I can measure the loop length and do some math. Or I can just do 2 belts. What do you think? I don't know how to constrain this so it's correct. Like this would be my driven one. So I don't know. I would have to just find a belt that's close enough and incorporate some kind of tensioner, like a slot that rides in and bolts on. I would have to make a pulley with a bearing on it. No, but that's the motor, so I'm overcomplicating this. I'm gonna undo, do this. I'm gonna do a belt. Oh. How do I get 2 places off of one motor without gears? I lied. I'm gonna do a belt, and then a belt. So motor's on the inside, the outside is going to here, shaft going through on the bad side to here, on the inside to here. Yeah, that works. I need to delete this. Oh, I have to make this driven. This can just be in line with that. This undriven. 3.5. Nope, but I need to set 1, 2. That's it. Yeah, that works. worried about these two touching. I have to bump up this belt a bit. $14 to $24, and that's gonna be ooh, maybe I was using 16. Yeah, I was using 16. Still 3.8. Big jump. It'll still work. Yeah. I'm still within like a semi-curve of the center. Yeah, it shouldn't interfere as much. Like I won't need to add any extra clearance for this, I don't think. Yeah, because I have this giant wheel, with this semi-giant wheel. So 3.836, 3.602, and 3.898. This can just be 3.5. Now that's worrying me a bit. Let's see Kraken's other side. It's like 1.5. Okay, there's 12 and 16. Oh, they have 15 mil wide. Please. I could double 9 mil on a 15 mil pulley. No, I like what I have here. That's 44 PF. 1.9. That's close. If I did the face out a different way, that's only 1.75, let's say. Okay, if I stick the flat out this way, it's not going to interfere. I just have to do that. So I'm going to just enclose this now. Extrude it. Sees. Do a line from here to here to here. Here. Oh, I don't know what that was. Constrained width, but okay. Generate constraints. Oh, I already deleted those. And then one last. Oh, did this wrong. This doesn't go here, this goes across here. Come on, there we go. What the? I'm gonna trim this out. That out. Just set those circles to construction. This is my exterior. Then I just need bearing holes, which I removed because I realized I tangented everything to the bearing holes, so it wouldn't work right, so I had to room around it. Just bam, bam. That's not right. What? Oh. Set that to 1.5. Why is this one different? Oh. I know why. This is gonna be 1 inch. This is gonna delete be 0.75. There we go. This needs to be big enough for that moment, so let's say 2. Maybe not 2. 1.75. 5/8. Yeah. I'll just make 1.75. So same as that. Perfect. Then can do my actual bearing holes because that was the motor guide, whatever. I'm lazy, so I'll just mirror this. So this should be done. Let's add a nice big radius on the inside here. Alright, that is done. I'm not going to do any weight reduction yet. Right now it's just straight parts. Oh, I want that wall bigger. Just going to do here to here, 8s, because it's probably going to be polycarb, so I might not weight save it at all. Now, 1/4 inch, midplane, polycarbonate. There we go. Now we've got motor, wheels, wheels, motor. Yep. What I might do, I might tweak this a bit. Instead of being straight line, it's more of an arc. Tangent this, tangent this. That not to be broken. Remove that constraint. Also 2.5. Nope. Nope. 0.5. Nope. Alright, that works. Set that to 2. Nope. Set that to 1. Yep. Now, where is it not constrained? So I can move it that way. Might be able to squeeze a little sneaky. Yep. Perfect. Now I'll just delete this. And you know me, loving my mirror command. There is no more radius there. Hold on. Just gonna delete the radius. Yeah. Alright. Now, if I delete this, this. You know what? No, I don't need to mirror that. Redone. Redone. There. That's what I wanted. That was so much work for just a curve. But that'll add more room for the algae to come in. I can even cut out this a bit. Ah, back at it again. I'm gonna do something a little sneaky where bam bam to equal, just fill it 1 inch right there. Now I can just slide this back. And let's just do this right on the center. There we go. That's a little funky looking, but I like it. All right. So the way I'm thinking is we're gonna have a funnel that goes into the bottom of the robot. Then this will rotate that way while it's in the up position. Go straight down, intake the coral, which is sitting up, like straight up in the funnel. I'll have to do some little geometry there. Then this goes straight down, picks up the coral, flips up, and then goes into scoring position. Elevator goes up and scores it, then flips back to this position and gets ready to pick up another coral. I think that'll work. I don't know how much this assembly is going to weigh. That's the problem. There's one benefit to the way I'm doing this. Since I'm doing 4-stage, I might be able to skip, like, not do a carriage. So, I'm gonna try, see if I can get the geometry right. I might have to make my levels a bit taller and put it central. I think I can do it without a carriage, though. I want to try. Just gonna quickly. Alright. That is hopefully gonna work. Saved. New. I'll just place things in the assembly as I go. Nope, not that folder. Whoops. This will definitely take multiple live streams, I'm realizing now. So I'm going to get all the bearings in. Oh, I need to add holes for the Krakens. Next to a sketch. I guess I'm projecting the whole thing. Just want that circle. And I want to, I'm going to project this, like this line. There. Like that. That should give me a good spacing. These are, what size are these? 1032. Yeah, 1032. So clearance for number 10. I only need 6 holes. I'll probably only use 3 when I add hardware, if I do. And I forgot to mirror that. I'll just... And I'll just include everything in that mirror, moving it below the end of part and everything. But I don't think I'll be mirroring too much else. I think it's just... There's going to be a lot of belt covers for this, which is fine. I mean, they're fun to make. And I might just leave the belts exposed for now and worry about that at the end, making it look pretty. Yeah. Okay. Krakens are ready to be mounted. I'll do Krakens first before bearings. Motors, that's 44. Let's do it straight up that way. No, we'll move it 1 that way. Yeah. Nope, 1 over. This one. Now, there we go. Those are they facing the same way? No, they're not. They're going to pull off. Yep, that's right. I'm gonna make this 4 And let's say 3/4. 4 and 5/8. That'll work. The coral's gonna go in through there, or coral's gonna go in through this way. Ignore my terrible arrow. It's gonna go this way, and the algae is gonna come in this way. Yeah. I like this. I'm gonna add bearings, then I'm gonna stop the stream for today. Maybe I'll stream more later, but it's been an hour and I need food. Just bearings. I want heads, bearings, plans. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Do face first. I need a new mouse. My scroll wheel is messed up somehow. Maybe I just need to clean it. I pasted too many bearings for this side. It's fine. Do I? Maybe I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 8, 6. Yeah, I have 6. It's that one. It's that one. Cancel. Right, there we go. Now this assembly is in progress. Happy with how it's looking so far. I'll do 0. What is 0, 0? Yeah, because there's not going to be really any sub-assemblies for the end effector. Alright, thank you for joining me. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I need food.